Hello and welcome to Cooking with the Wooden Spoon. Today we are on day 5 of cooking with no stove. I am hopeful that soon our stove will be back up and running. We had a technician from General Electric come and look at it earlier this week, and it can be repaired and doesn't need to be replaced. So I'm pretty happy about that. And he is coming sometime in the next few days, hopefully, to fix it. And I'm very excited about that. So today we are doing a meal that I have never done before. We've had 2 of those this week, which is pretty exciting. We are doing Crockpot Tuscan Chicken. I love Tuscan chicken. This looks like it's going to be a fantastic recipe, so I'm excited about it. Bo is very interested in this recipe. It has 2 of his favorite things: chicken, which he's only had before we discovered that he couldn't eat chicken, and cheese. So he's excited. He will be getting some cheese. No worries on that. First thing we do, it's very, very simple. We are going to take our chicken, put it in the crock pot. We're going to combine some spices and sprinkle over the chicken. And then we are going to be making a cream sauce with it. So pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Once again, I am really happy that I moved my kitchen around so that when I forget my knives, it's right there. Wow, this chicken actually looks pretty good. For the first time ever, we bought chicken from Costco, and I have to say, I have been impressed with it. I am not having to take much at all off of these. Wow, that's awesome. 2 little pieces. Definitely makes it more worth your money if your pounds that you buy of chicken aren't a lot of fat. So it doesn't say in the recipe to pound out the chicken, but I really like to pound out my chicken breast as much as possible because I really like a tender chicken breast. And I feel like even in the crock pot, the chicken will cook more evenly if it's pounded and if it's all flat. So that's pretty awesome. So this calls for Italian herbs. I debated whether to use my fresh herbs or to use dried Italian herbs. But 2 things. I'm going to try to follow the recipe since I've never done this recipe before. I have a really hard time following recipes. I like to just kind of use the recipe as a guide and then do my own thing. And second, I have this Italian spice mix from B.Kurt Dairy, and I absolutely love this. So I think it will be fantastic on our chicken. The recipe and I'll put the recipe in the description, it actually calls for 4 chicken breasts, but I only defrosted 2, so we'll have twice as much sauce, which for me is never a problem. I'll be serving this with spinach rice that I got from West Side Market in Cleveland, and then asparagus. I'm going to saute some asparagus for myself. Matt won't be partaking in the asparagus, but he does like spinach rice. So, a half of a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. We're just combining it all into a little bowl. I think we will move this good stuff out of our way. Give us a little more room. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of paprika. I really like Penzeys sweet Hungarian paprika, but you can use whatever kind of paprika you like. So just 1/4 of a teaspoon. It's not that much. Paprika does a good job of coloring cream sauces, so we'll see what color this ends up in the end. That'll be fun. And an eighth of a teaspoon of pepper. Let's say that's probably pretty close to an eighth of a teaspoon of pepper, and then half a teaspoon of salt. I don't know. That seems like a lot of salt, but again, we'll follow it this time and see what happens. Okay, so we just mix this up and sprinkle it on our chicken in the crock pot. It smells really good. I think that'll be good. You can probably see behind me I have quite a mess going. I am processing herbs today. It's sad to see the garden kind of coming to the end of the season. I love, love, love harvesting fresh ingredients from my garden for whatever I'm making. So there we go. And then next, and so I'm sad that I'm almost done with that. But we can just look forward to next year then. So next we have 1 cup of heavy cream. One tablespoon of cornstarch. That's the only thing that I'm a little bit, I don't want to say concerned, but I don't like the taste of cornstarch. I know you're thinking, how do you even taste the cornstarch? But I can taste it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I do understand that it will make my sauce thicker, and that is great. Stir that up before we add the rest of our goodies. I wish Matt were up here. He would explain the science behind cornstarch. We'll have to have him do that for us at some point. He's super nerdy and I love it. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. I guess we need that. 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. 1/3 cup of sun-dried tomatoes, which earlier this week we made our own sun-dried tomatoes. So this is perfect. I'm really, really happy to have a use for these. I'm sure they'll be delicious. I might want to give those a little chop because the tomatoes are my San Marzana Roma tomato types, and so they are long tomatoes, and I want the sauce to be a little less choppy. So we'll go ahead and give that a little chop. I use my kitchen scissors more than just about anything in my kitchen. It always surprises me how many uses I have for these kitchen scissors. We finally found a place in Madison that will sharpen our kitchen scissors and our bread knives. Very, very cool store. It's a little kitchen store. The lady who owns it is named Michelle, so it has to be a great store. Okay, 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. A little bit for Mr. Bo. He's happy. Remove these. I know I said I was going to measure and follow this precisely, but I think I just want to grate this into the bowl. And the way I look at it, you really can't have too much cheese ever, in my opinion and in Bo's opinion. So the only other thing, 2 things left. We need to mince some garlic. which I forgot to grab, and I will grab. And then after this cooks in the crock pot for 3 or 4 hours, then we're going to add spinach, which I'm really excited about. Okay, more Brenda garlic. I should make a little chronicle of all the things that I make with the amazing garlic from Brenda. She actually told me that I could take one of the bulbs, or however many of the bulbs, and plant them. And she sent me instructions on how to plant the garlic, and I'm going to do that here when we get back from our next trip. So that's exciting. I also really love this garlic press. It's another thing that I use all the time. This is from Pampered Chef, and I bought it, I think, in the late 1990s. So it has held up really well. And believe me, I use it many times a week. So 3 cloves of garlic. There we go. Okay. We're going to give this a little stir. And then we're just adding it to our chicken, plugging the chicken in, and letting it do its magic. I have really enjoyed using my crock pot more. I can't say that I do a lot of recipes in the crock pot, but almost every day this week, or every day this week, I don't know, I'd have to think about that. Meals have been from the Steelers crock pot, which is awesome. So we're just going to pour this over our chicken, plug it in, and let it go. Oh, it smells really good. I'm really excited that I had the sun-dried tomatoes that I had just made. So, okay, we're gonna plug it in, and then we'll meet you back for dinner. I hope you join us for dinner today. I think we're probably gonna eat outside because it is an absolutely beautiful day. But we'll see you soon. So our recipe that was supposed to take 3 or 4 hours, I checked after 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it was about 200 degrees, which is about 35 degrees warmer than we would like it to be. So I took it out of the crock pot, and I'll let it sit on the counter until dinner. We may have to have an early dinner today. And because I was flustered that the chicken was done too quick, sorry, where's Bo when I need him? Because I was flustered, I totally forgot to put the chicken or the spinach in the crock pot with the chicken. So I decided that I am just going to loose chop it, put it in this beautiful little container, and I'm going to put a little bit of this sauce from the chicken in with the spinach and stick it in the microwave. So all is not lost. I really love spinach with chicken. Actually, I love spinach with anything. I like it plain, I like it cooked, so I couldn't not do the spinach, although Matt would probably be okay with me not doing the spinach. So I also decided that instead of spinach rice, I was going to do spinach couscous, and I'll be getting that ready. And then we have asparagus, so we'll be getting that ready. I am going to put this in the microwave and spoon some of our, and the sauce really is awesome. I may have tasted it already, but I'm just going to put some of our sauce in there. I think I showed you already. Oh, but it's so good. It smells delicious. I am a little sad that the chicken is really, really, really overdone. Well, actually, for crock pot, it's not going to be that bad, and Matt won't complain. He'll say it's delicious no matter what. But it's okay. These things happen. I'll write down on the recipe how long to actually cook it. We have dinner almost ready. I made pesto couscous. I had made a ton of pesto today, and I decided that I was in the mood for it. So I mixed the pesto with the couscous. Hopefully, it is Matt approved. And I put Penzies.
Speaking of Matt approved,
Yeah.
we have our crockpot mac and cheese for dinner.
What do you mean?
Surprise!
Oh my gosh. Is this why you were working downstairs today?
Maybe.
That's actually pretty funny. Did you actually make the macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Wow. It looks really good. And you
Thanks.
used the old crock pot, so it was nice that it was used.
Yes, it was hidden under my Darth Vader toaster.
That's super cool. Wow. Okay, well,
So,
surprise.
bonus.
We'll have. I'm very weird about having 3 things on my plate at dinner. I don't know why, but I always feel like I have to have a starch and a vegetable and a protein.
Now
But
you have 2 starches.
Now I have 2 starches.
And cheese.
I have a feeling you'll probably just have 1 starch. Although you do like couscous.
I do like couscous,
sharing.
but I'll probably just have mac and cheese, and because I may have over-tasted. So I'm not quite as hungry.
I know that pain. But I mixed pesto in with the couscous.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I think you will. So, wow, cool.
Surprise, I'll
Yeah.
let you finish your thing.
So you can join us outside shortly. But what I started to say was, that's really funny. What I started to say was, wow, I just lost. I used Penzies roasted garlic on this asparagus, and I think it'll be great. So there you go. We will.
Bow-heard cheese.
Bo probably did hear cheese. We will plate our dinners, and here's the spinach on the chicken. Here's the pesto couscous. It's actually pesto spinach couscous. This is the couscous from Urban Herbs in Cleveland. Yeah. And then you'll love, actually Matt won't eat any
I won't
asparagus.
eat asparagus.
But anyway, we'll plate it, and then you can join us outside. Thank you for joining us for dinner outside. Surprise dinner and planned dinner. Actually, both of these are surprise dinners because I had a plan and then our oven broke.
But now it's
And
surprise.
now it's surprise.
Crockpot mac and cheese.
Yeah. I don't know what Bo's looking at, but he's pretty excited about something. So last night was supposedly the night where the most birds are migrating over Wisconsin. So we had lights out night. So we had all of our lights off to protect the birds. And today we had an absolutely beautiful red-headed woodpecker come to our feeder, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I know you're not here to talk about birds, so we'll eat dinner, but I was pretty excited about that, and Bo reminded me of it. So, well, let's see.
Keep our lights out again tonight, too.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea for a couple of days. What do you think of the chicken?
I haven't tried it yet, but the couscous is good.
Mm.
I did get a little bit of couscous after all.
Oh, good. Oh, this chicken is fantastic.
Oh, that chicken's good.
Yeah. I think next time I'll probably make it with milk because I think it would taste just as good with the milk.
There's milk in the macaroni and cheese.
Very good.
You'll see if you watch YouTube. You'll also see that it's slightly dry because I accidentally started it on high instead of low. Whoops.
I'm genuinely excited to go through that footage. It's going to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, We'll have to figure out if we put it at the beginning or the end. I guess by the time you're watching this, you'll know. This is really good. The chicken is very rich, so I probably won't finish all of this, but it is quite delicious. Bees love me. Well,
they do.
Thank you for joining us, and I'll put this recipe in the description.